Most often we think about communications as communicating to a team or broadcasting a message to a company. Communication skills also include managing up within an organization.
You have to know how to work up and you have to know how to work down. And what I mean by that is, with your boss specifically, is really understanding how to keep them in the loop so they don't get nervous in terms of what are you doing, how are you spending the money, what risky decisions are you making, but yet still have enough leeway that you can really run the job and put your footprint on the business.
First thing is that the real stuff doesn't happen in the board meetings, right? The big important thing is that the real meaty stuff happens between the board meetings, and that people get in real trouble if they try to bring up too big of issues in a board meeting, right? So it's about the contact you have with the board members between the meetings where you discuss the kind of the tough topics. Never, ever, ever surprise anyone in a board meeting. This is the quickest way to get fired, right? You just don't drop these things. You drop those things before the board meeting. Never go to a board with a big question. This isn't a working group. If you want the board to lose confidence in you, go in and kind of get their thoughts. You know, you can they can give you feedback. But if you go in, I'm not really sure what to do about this issue. I'd love to hear your feedback. They'll be terrified.
Mm-hmm. Probably one of the things that I realized that as I got higher up into management, that CEOs hate surprises. And what I'm talking about is a forecast. As Veronica and we've all talked about on the sales side, is it's a 90-day for the most part business. That doesn't mean we wait till the last week of the 90 days to embellish the CEO or the people that are making business decisions on what the performance is going to be for the quarter. You know, as people taught me as I learned, it's as bad to overcommit a forecast as it is to undercommit a forecast. It tells the same story. You have no idea where the business is coming from. Okay, so as I would learn that as important as it is to inform people, executives above you can make decisions if it's manufacturing, if it's engineering resources, if it's materials, if it's inventory, etc., if you're not going to meet the forecast. Now, they don't like it, but I'll tell you, life is a lot easier if you convey to them that, you know what, we're not going to hit. I think the only place where you need to have some semblance of process is in forecasting. And that's from percentages, that's for the probability. You know, it's, again, if the forecast is if you have $1 million number, and if you forecast $1 million, that's great. Okay? If you come in at 800,000, that's not great. If you come in at 500,000, it's even worse. You know, so it's real simple. It's $1 million, so I expect things are going to fall off the forecast. Just replace it. So you need to have a process to understand. So if something slips, how do I backfill that? Do I pull ahead from the next quarter and bring it back, or is there a prospect, or do I, as I said earlier, alert the people? That's not going to happen. But yeah, I've been with lots of companies, and some have a 7-step sales process, some have a 5-step, some have a 2, some have a 6. I have, you know.
Then the 12 step.